Hello, Lil'Chap here, and I wanted to let you all know about some gear changes I'm making kind of at the last minute. So if you've watched my gear video already, you know that I have my gear what I thought was pretty dialed in, but during the shakedown hike I decided to make some changes. I bought a couple things, swapped some things out, and just made some different kind of changes. So I wanted to go through all those real quick. This is not going to be a full gear video. If you're interested in the full gear loadout, go ahead and watch my other gear video. This is just going to cover things I've changed since the shakedown hike in the Smokies. All right, so the first thing is kind of not really a big deal. I was going to hike with some bright yellow Janji running shorts, but I decided to go with these. These are something else I've already had. I think they're the exact same shorts as the yellow ones, just a different color. And I made the change mostly because I think the yellow is going to get really, really dirty, and this will hide my hiker trash dirt just a little bit better, I think. Plus, I don't know, these just seem a little more comfortable. This is not a change. I told you all in the last gear video that I was getting this, but I didn't have it yet. It came a day or two after that last video. This is my Senshi Midlayer. I was a little bit worried. I'm gonna hold it up here. You can see how, I'm gonna hold it with the sunlight. You can see how thin it is. It is only, I think this one comes in on my scale just under 4.5 ounces for the size extra large. It says to size up for comfort. And I used this on the Smokies, even when it was pretty cold, with just this and my sun hoodie while I was hiking. It worked pretty well. And this is a pretty big weight savings over like a Melly or a Melly knockoff, which mostly in my size are probably 11, 12 ounces. So this is just what it looks like. And that's made my Senshi designs. Another big thing I changed, I told you before that I was going to have 2 of those tights that are the 32 heat, and I've never hiked in pants before or backpacked in pants, and I got some hiking pants. So I found some Patagonia, let's see, they're super light. They're Patagonia Terrabond joggers, jogging pants. They weigh on my scale 6.2 ounces, I believe. I probably should have got the medium. I got the large, and they're kind of big, but they work. And they're very comfortable. They're much more comfortable to wear the pants than it is to wear tights under shorts and have all those layers going on down there. So the Patagonia Terrabond joggers, I used them through the whole Smokies hike, and I loved them. So I'm gonna stick with these. The other cool thing is they are SPF 40, whereas my sun hood is 50, so it does have some sun protection. It is also coated with what do they call it, like durable waterproof coating, and it does, I spilled a little water on there, it does shed water right off. So these I think are a win, and I will only have 1 pair of those tights for sleeping, and I will just have the pants for hiking. And that was actually like less than an ounce of a weight difference to go to an actual pants. The other thing, my sleep shirt, I told you all that I was going to be carrying my Smartwool 150 top, and it's fine, it's comfortable, but there's just something about it, especially under the arms, when I'm trying to sleep and I'm a side sleeper, it just kind of bothers me a little bit. I wore it most of the AT, but on the Smokies hike, I thought, you know what, I can save like an ounce, I think, or 1.5 ounces by going with the 32 heat base layer that I have. So this is slightly lighter, it's a little softer, a little more comfortable. It's not Smartwool, so it may have a little more stench, but I'm gonna go with this. The other thing I told you I was gonna get Tyvec, and I now have the Tyvec. I put it in the wash machine like is normally recommended. It's actually pretty quiet, works really well. I loved having this on the Smokies hike. I've never used Tyvec before. It was great to put under my tent, kept the bottom of my tent clean. It was great for just laying out on breaks, and Roadrunner and I could both sit on it at the same time, put our stuff, kind of spread our stuff out on it, and keep it off the ground. And I'm gonna insert a video here in just a second. We came up with an idea of how to use this for a sunshade for those hot afternoons in the desert if we need to do so. All right, here's take 2, pitched a little differently. More of a slanted roof, casting the shade, and it's actually been fairly breezy. You can see it's actually died down for a second, but it seems to be holding just fine, like that. Looks like we may be in business. One other switch was something that was not really planned, but Jeff, the awesome guy that hiked with us in the Smokies, made me take his brand new FlexTail. I don't remember what it's called. It's the brand new one that is only 1.2 ounces. So this is an air pump that will blow up my air pad, so I don't have to manually do it with the pump sack. So I'm not gonna carry the pump sack. This only weighs 1.2 ounces. So it's like less than a ½ ounce difference. I actually didn't weigh it exactly, but it's about a ½ ounce more. And now I won't actually have to pump it up. This works great. You can just put it on the pad, hit the button. It's much quieter than the old ones. And I've not tested it, but apparently one charge will pump up a pad like 30 times. The other good thing, my Garmin charging cord will charge this. So I don't have to carry any more cords or cables or anything like that. So once again, thank you very much, Jeff, for this. And I'm gonna turn it on real quick just so you can see how not loud it is. I mean, you can hear it, but it's nothing like those old ones. Anyway, so there's that, the FlexTail 1.2. It also has a deflate option. I haven't really used that yet, but the whole thing is actually only this big. This is just a little rubber. Lucy, I'm busy, baby. My puppy's sitting here whining at me because she's not getting the attention. The other thing I did not actually mention in my gear video, but it was in the video the entire time holding my tent up, or my trekking poles. So I used the REI Traverse aluminum poles. I have some of the really light Gossamer gear ones I had done a long section with. Come here, Luce. Come here. But these are a little heavier. They're just, I don't know, beefier. I really like them. They have a slightly bigger handle, like a bigger grip on them than a lot of the trekking poles. And they're cork. This is not the exact same pair I hiked the AT with. Those were kind of shot. I bent them, and but these are a pair I got after the AT. I have used them a good bit, like the Art Loeb and the Bartram and the Smokies. You could tell they're not new, but they're still in pretty good shape. Let's see, some of the other big things here. So I decided to upgrade the Fanny Pack. So I tried the Gossamer Gear Bumpster. I never hiked with a Fanny Pack before. I wasn't sure about it. I kind of liked it, but I really didn't like that it wasn't waterproof, because I was kind of not sure what to put in there, what to hold in there versus the pack. So when I was at a hostel around the bend, I did buy a Hyperlight waterproof Fanny Pack, same brand, same color, and everything as my backpack. And it's really cool. It has a phone, which I can't show you because I'm recording on my phone, but there is a spot right here on the back that's padded that goes against my body that my phone will go right in. So it's a very easy, nice phone holder right there. So I don't need the chest phone holder anymore. The other thing I use my phone holder for that used to be on my backpack strap was to put my sunglasses and my reading glasses in there. I can put both of those also in the Fanny Pack, and I'll just keep them in like these are my pair of Gooder sunglasses. Just keep them in the sleeve to keep them from being scratched up. So far I'm really liking this Fanny Pack, and because of the Fanny Pack I was able to change up a few other things. So I got rid of, this is my Hyperlight Southwest 55 liter. So I got rid of my phone holder right here, like I was saying, and I got one of these Justin UL water bottle holders. I got this while I was at Chica and Sunsets. I bought it from Chica. They have some for sale at the hostel. So this will also allow me to keep 1 liter of water very easily accessible and easily to drink, because the one downside to this Hyperlight pack is I cannot easily get to both water bottles on my right side. Both my Gossamer Gear and my ULA packs I've had, I could very easily grab either water bottle, no problem. I can get the front water bottle on this. I can't reach the back when I have 2 1 liters in there. The pockets are just smaller and a little more upright, whereas like the ULA has a bigger pocket and they're slightly canted forward. And so I also decided to just better balance out the pack. Instead of having, what my original plan was, I had 1 CNOC bag for dirty water. I had 1 2 liter platypus bag for clean water. The CNOC was a 2 liter as well. And then I was carrying two 2 liter smart water bottles. Excuse me, two 1 liter smart water bottles for a total carrying capacity of 6 liters. So what I've decided to do is go with a 1.5 liter clean water bottle on my right side, and then a 1.5 liter dirty water bottle on this side. And that will also help me have a place to store my filter without having to put it into a pocket. And then I also have my dirty 2 liter CNOC right here. So with all the bottles and the CNOC, I will still have the same carrying capacity, but it should be much more well balanced around the pack with 1.5 liters on each side, 1 liter in front. And if I also have to fill my 2 liter bag and carry that, I could probably strap that on the top pretty easily, and then have the water kind of equally distributed around the pack. So I think that is pretty much all of the changes that I'm going to make. One thing I was going to say as well, one thing that I always do, I only mix electrolytes or drink mixes into a bottle with a regular screw-on water cap. I always keep a clean water bottle with the sport cap to back flush my filter, because I don't like to back flush from the bottle that has had electrolytes and things in there. I know a lot of people do. It just, in my mind, it seems like it's going to gum up the filter even worse going back through the back reverse. So I always keep one clean bottle. So this one, the big 1.5 liter on my right side, will be always just clean, pure water. The one on the front will be the one that I mix my electrolytes in. The one with the filter attached and my 2 liter CNOC will always be dirty water. So that is my plan for water. There's all of my changes. Thank you again for following along, and I can't wait for all of us to get to the PCT together. Our days, I'm counting down. From the day I'm filming this, it's like 8 days and a half, I think, before I fly out. So anyway, without any further ado, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you on trail.